What's up, guys? I'm Adriana Maya, and I'm back with another episode of Spliffs and Giggles, brought to you by the Red Eye District. I have Justine Jakobs joining me today. Her porniversary is literally today, the birth of her porn career. Her first scene has come out today, mainstream, but she's not a newbie. She's been in the adult industry for 19 years, and we can't wait to hear about it. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and I appreciate it. This is the best way to celebrate a porn debut.
Right, let's hit it to that, right? A little celebration joint, if you will. Now, 19 years. That is a long, long time to be in sex work and not get involved in porn.
Yeah.
What finally made you make that decision, to make that leap? Because I'm assuming you had to have known at least some people involved in mainstream.
Yeah, I did. So I started when I was stripping. I ended up not wanting to do that just because of the lifestyle. I didn't like having to stay up until 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
And then I lived a ways away from the strip club. And then you're just out till 4 o'clock in the morning. It's year-round alcohol and just it's
very fast-paced.
Right, and there's sometimes I want to go to bed at a decent time. Mm-hmm. So that's when I started doing Snapchat before OnlyFans came out. And that's the first time I ever did anything nude.
Right, got you.
I hid my face for 3 years.
Right. No way.
So it was just this down.
Yeah. Awesome. No, that's awesome. That's so cool.
And then I kind of I was with the boyfriend at the time who...
Right.
We were together 7 years. And then I decided I wanted to show my face. And then that kind of helped me create more personality.
Got you. Okay, building what you wanted to present.
And also, whenever I'm doing shows, if you're doing stuff or you're trying to kind of act, and you're trying to I like to do public stuff. I like to do things where it's voyeuristic exhibitionism to me.
Right.
So I like when they can see my expressions, they can see my face, they can see how excited I am. Going and doing an airport squirt fest.
Right, because it actually excites you. Right,
because they see my face and they see how, and then they get, in turn, excited. Right? So it's this, to me, it's sharing an experience with them.
Yeah. I tell everyone, I'm not that the scripts and stuff aren't great. Obviously, there's a reason it's died for so long, but now that there's this new wave of content, it's so cool that we get to capture stuff we really want to do. And the feedback I've been getting and the other girls as well that they're getting, they're just I never would have imagined. What's something that you've gained from learning from sex work, and transferring into mainstream that you never would have expected to be something that you would utilize so heavily?
That's a really good question, actually. More of my actual entrepreneurial and sales skills have been something that I have learned before. Yeah. But and things like networking, I never really put much stock in, right? Because
gotcha.
But also learning how things work. In terms of how men think and how people buy things.
Right.
And just learning how to create something that is exciting. I never knew how to do this. I never knew how to create this story, right? That I would one of them was I was at a grocery store and I was I want to do a show today. And I was on my Snapchat and I'm hey guys, there's a car wash, right here. And I was do you guys think, let's make a bet. Do you think I can squirt before the car wash ends?
Oh, so that's a cute little
just
game.
Little stuff like that. No, is creating a story around it.
I like that.
And then I go in and I'm okay, guys, here we go. The car wash is about to start. And that whole thing at the very end, I'm do you think I squirted first? Who do you think finished first? And that whole aspect, and that was something that just brought they loved it. The fans loved it. You know what I mean?
Do. It's sometimes the more goofy stuff, you might not feel so comfortable doing it, but they love it. Oh my gosh.
Or it doesn't sound sexy.
Yes.
Or it's not something planned.
Right. I think what threw me off the most was how much they love workout stuff and sweaty stuff. it's very impressive, like how far they will let you go with this. Like it really is. Like, and then sometimes they want your outfits after the video, and I'm like,
I have many pairs of socks.
ooh,
and
so you're one of
panties.
those girls. You'll mail your personal items to fans.
Yes, absolutely.
You guys, I know the panties and the socks are huge. Stockings. They love a stocking.
Stockings and socks. Like I wear a lot of knee-high socks.
Right?
They love those too.
Yeah. Knee-high socks. I'm like, that's like the porno girl starter kit. You need some knee-highs.
It was in my stripper, like my uniform, my stripper uniform.
See, some of the credits are transferable.
Right.
See, guys, it works. It works. It's fine.
You know?
Ooh, do you think that your skills that you gained from being a dancer and like your prior work camming and doing content, do you think that helped you find like your character for porn?
It helped me like understand what guys were looking for.
Right.
Which you don't go to a strip club, most of the time you don't go to a strip club with the goal of having sex with that person, right?
Yeah.
You go to the strip club for the experience, right? So trying to create that same experience with the fans.
Yeah.
That's kind of been what's transferable, and that's what's been really enjoyable for me in sharing that with my fans as well. So,
do you find that you connect better with them when you get that opportunity to get like a one-on-one interaction?
Absolutely. And I love going live on my page too, because I actually get to like interact with them. They get to see my personality.
Right.
You know, they're like, I love the music you're listening to. And I'll start like doing karaoke and stuff, you know, and being goofy and stuff.
Right.
And then like, you know, whenever we hit the TIFF goal, and then I actually go do like this, like a squirt show. And they're like, they squirted like 3 fucking times. And like, they just love it, you know, because
they get the best of both
They get my
worlds.
personality.
Right. See, that's the key. I think a lot of girls kind of get swept up in the character sometimes. And then they forget that like a lot of fans, like while they love the character, they really do, they also do want to see like your real personality shine through a bit.
So my opinion is that the characters shouldn't be different. Like, we're multifaceted human beings.
Yeah.
It's not a different person. It's the same person. It's just a different side of me.
Right.
It's the side of me, and it might be enhanced. It might be, I might, you know, be a little bit more, I guess, you know, crazy with it, right? But it's part of me. It's my crazy side. It's not different than who I am. I'm not pretending to be somebody different. I'm just leaning in to that.
I like
to that part of myself.
Yes.
Right?
Ooh. How are you able to? Because you're very well spoken and stuff. I'm sure you doing sex work, maybe not too many people were surprised, but mainstream porn is kind of a big step for a lot of people.
Yes.
So do you think that your lifestyle and just the way you carry yourself in sex work for so long has kind of helped you adapt without making too many negative waves among like your personal relationships?
Well, the fact I come from a sales background, and I've actually had to work. I've worked in the real world. I worked in like the healthcare industry. I worked in the insurance industry, and I know that you know. I know that you have to treat people like. Also, I'm a people person and a salesperson, and you just want to leave everybody in a good mood. You know what I mean? Like even if like you know, there's certain things that might have happened. You don't ever know what's behind somebody's head. You don't ever know what they're going through or where they're coming from. So I don't take things personally.
Yeah.
And that's really important, because if you do take things personally, then, you know, somebody might not have meant that. And then you can have miscommunication, where I find a lot of problems happen in miscommunication.
Okay. So, and going in that way, there's a lot of, for lack of better words, drama amongst women specifically, I'll say. Obviously, we're women. We're going to talk about the girls right now. There's a lot of drama amongst a lot of the girls in mainstream and really content creators as well. People are arguing about what's the difference between this and that. People are arguing about crossover performers. People are arguing about MGen right now and what, you know, guidelines to follow. How do you kind of navigate? Because there's so many things that come up nowadays. It can be kind of overwhelming.
So I try to stay in my lane, and I try to mind my own business, because I've gotten to, when I interfere, it's mainly because I feel like someone was wronged.
Yes.
But a lot of times it's not always my place, or the platform that I do it on, you know, needs to be, you know, you praise in public, you censor in private. Right. So understanding that there's some things that are not like your battle. You have to pick your battles, and like there's some things that like you have only a certain amount of energy in the day. So what are you going to choose to spend that energy on?
Right. Oh gosh, I think it's great to speak up, but I do feel like a lot of people are kind of beating a dead drum. It's like, maybe you're just not going to agree. Like,
there's like, I have a couples therapist that said like 60 or 70% of conflicts are irresolvable or unresolvable.
Yeah.
So you have to learn how to communicate. And you have to learn how to disagree without damaging the relationship. And there's times that I don't agree with somebody, but I still listen to their side, and I'm not going to argue with them.
Yeah.
Because what's the point, you know? But I do try to listen and see their side, because people have reasons for what they believe. And if we don't agree on things, then let's just move on to a different topic. You know what I mean? Like there's things we don't have to agree on. I can see things in you. I can see things in people. And that's part of being a salesperson, is you can connect with the parts of that person that you have something similar to. And also, if I make mistakes or if I do something wrong, I try to be the first one to come and resolve it. I don't ever want any bad blood. I don't want anybody ever feeling like I did something. So I'm the first one to say, hey, I did this. And even though I might not have felt like I was wrong, maybe the way I did it or the way I approached you or how I did it, you know, was not right. That was, I could have done it differently, and I was wrong on that end. You know what I mean?
I like that.
Without expecting them to, you know, even agree with you,
or give you something back,
or even like you after that. It's just owning up and being accountable and having some like self accountability. My psilocybin journeys, I've guided therapeutic journeys have helped me a lot with perspective on that.
I like that. I think a lot of people, like you said, they do need to practice that it's not my fight, and whether you think it's wrong or not, and you should probably do it in private. Just because you could be speaking from the heart and you could be right, but from the outside, it's just your business page or it's your business identity. And you might compromise it.
You might not know exactly that, and you might not know where they're coming from.
Exactly. And there could be other hands in it, like just things that aren't online. And it's just best to stay in your lane, exactly like you said. I completely agree with that. And just think you're selling a product, you know, you want to put up this fantasy. You don't really want to have them see you arguing with people all the time.
Well, I don't want that part of my life. I choose to focus on the positive. I choose to focus on the connections. And if there's negative
so you just don't engage.
If there's negative, they're not in my bubble. I just don't have them. And if I see things going on, then I even if there's things that are spoken to me about me, most of the time when people talk about you, even if it's about you, it's not about you. It's about them. So understanding that even if somebody's saying something about me, like zooming out and thinking, well, why are they saying this? Well, like if they're being mean to me or if they're saying something pretty cruel, like instead of being, affected by that or upset, I'm like, well, how they're not in a good place in order to do that. Or where are they coming from? They're living in a state of fear. And I, kind of feel bad for them instead of taking it personally and thinking that I'm the one who
I do my one little checklist. I'm like, did I wrong them? Go through, and I'm like, if I didn't, then I'm like, let it go.
And if you did, own it.
Yeah, because I'm like, because then immediately, because I'm like, maybe if I did say something, with an attitude or something, but if I know for sure, then I do let it go because I believe it's probably just a misunderstanding. And knowing that you handle yourself like that, I'm assuming, honestly, I was going to say obviously, but I'm assuming you've cultivated kind of a solid group around you of like performers, like-minded individuals that are in the industry.
Not all in the industry, but the people that I am connecting with in the industry, because I'm brand new, but the people I am connecting with in the industry, they know that I am there for them. Even if I don't get anything out of it, like they can call me and ask me questions, or they can rely on me to not talk about them, So the people that I am, meeting, like even if I'm like not envious, but even if I'm not at the level they're at and I want to be there,
I got you.
I'm not jealous, because I'm more like curious, and awe and respect. I have respect for these people that have made it, and And I try to watch them and see, well, what are they doing right? And sometimes I even ask them, hey, like, what are you doing? Do you mind me asking, what are you doing right? And I'll pay for coaching. I'll pay for that kind of thing. Because if somebody's doing something right, why be jealous when you could be better?
Yes.
And you can learn from them.
Oh my gosh, I feel like, if we all would just stop being jealous. And like, that's the root of a lot of it. And like, it sucks to like humble yourself and say that. But that is a lot of girls, usually if they have an issue, it's somewhere rooted along in jealousy. And I really wish it would just stop because we do so much better when everyone gets along. Oh my gosh. You make more money, the content's better. Like,
it's everybody has something to offer. And the thing is, if you think somebody else has more than you or is prettier than you or has it all, I guarantee you the most beautiful woman in the room is often the most insecure. And always like, the people always have their own battles. There's, people always have their own insecurities. So there's girls, remember at the strip club, these beautiful girls from Mexico City. They were Mexican. They were like sisters, and they were just, the whole club would just melt, and they would walk around. And literally, people were lining up with their hands raised, and I'm just like this little skinny white girl with no butt, And instead of being envious, I like would just be nice to them and just be friendly. And then at one point, one of the girls was talking to me and opened up about some of the things that were going on in her life and her insecurities and the things that affected her. And I like just dawned on me, she's human too. And it took her off this pedestal. We put people on a pedestal, but they're human. We're all human.
Oh my gosh, yes.
And we all deserve to like have people just, like don't judge me for my worst moments. You know what I mean? Like we all have bad days, but like what are your best moments? Like, and I try to bring that out of people.
I love that. You're such like a little ray of sunshine. I like you. Do you have anyone that, I don't want to say like you would model your career after per se, but someone whose career that you kind of admire in porn?
Okay, where do I start? Okay. So the first person that influenced me was Tana Lee.
Yeah.
She was the first person that I admired.
A great first person.
Right.
Amazing.
She was from Austin. She smoked weed, and I was just like, and she went out and did porn, and she did her thing, and I just was with a guy who was just not gonna, like, that was not gonna happen in that relationship. And I also thought I was too old, and it was past my point that I could do that. So Tana Lee, and she went and did her thing, and I just respected the shit out of that. And then, now Kazumi, obviously, because I was actually in those circles that she was in like years ago, and I've seen her, just pursuing these things and not being just authentically herself and very, very like appreciative of where she's at, which I really respect. So and she's really intelligent, so I admire that. And then there's just so many other people, like, even like Adam 22 and Lena. Like, I just respect people's business acumen and like what they've, and Exo Bunny, Exo Bunny's not in porn, but she,
I adore her.
And I met her, and she's so cool. And just people that have created something for themselves.
Right.
And, I respect everybody in porn because that shit is hard.
Hell yeah.
It is not
I feel like these new age brands in porn, I think it's amazing that people are like branching out and doing like more than just shooting. What are some of the ways you want to extend yourself or kind of expand your brand and your career? Are you going to get your own podcast? Are you going to get a coffee line? Are you going to get a wine line?
I would love a podcast. I would absolutely love that. I personally don't know what I'm going to do after this. One of the things I want to do is to create a course because I give lap dances. That was like my thing. Because I give a really solid lap dance, right? I don't do cartwheels and I don't do backflips, but I give. So that was one of the things I did with Adam and Lena, is I actually gave them a lap dance. Right. So, and I have like a really good one, and I want to teach people how to do that, because most of the time people are like they can like move, they can shake their butt or whatever, put tits in their face, but then what do you do with your hands? What do you do after that?
Yeah, no, and people get awkward after they do like a couple of moves.
So I want people to connect with their sensuality by teaching them how to give a dance.
That's hot. I like that. That's so hot.
And then maybe people will be nicer to each other. Maybe women will
Lap
be more.
dances and make the world go round.
Maybe people will like feel more sexual and secure in that.
Right. Would you mind standing up and giving a spin, please?
Oh, okay.
Because we're talking about lap dances. We gotta show them what we're working with.
So am I gonna give you? Do I get to give a lap dance?
I mean, yeah, you can if you'd like.
So this is.
The shorts are so cute.
You're like, this is my little workout clothes. This is what.
That's what they like. That's literally what the dudes like. I'm not even. They're like, where are your booty shorts at? Like, they're here, baby.
They're right here. So,
ooh, you do lap dances. Do you do customs where you give the lap dances? I feel like they would want that from you because you're a professional. Do they know? Do you know she gives lap dances, guys?
They do know they do know I dance for sure. They do know that.
Ooh, do they ever want you to do like strip teases?
I have
stuff?
had requested that. Yes,
Ooh,
absolutely.
I love those. I feel like those are fun.
Yeah, and when I do like video calls and stuff, like I will.
Ooh, you offer video calls. Okay, so video
sometimes
calls.
when I'm available and they're not cheap because of my time, but it's worth it.
Right.
But it's worth it for that connection.
It really is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, guys, video calls are so fun because I feel like, you'll give them their set time or if they pick their time, whatever. They pay for it and then you're talking. But if it's natural, I've talked to them like so much longer and then I'm like, okay, an hour in, I'm like, okay, I gotta go. Like, I forgot. Like, I'm cooking or something.
I actually find really cool people. Like, my fans are really cool, you know? And giving them that opportunity to be able to connect with them on that level is really fun. So,
yeah.
So I'll definitely be going live again on my page again soon, probably in the next couple weeks. So,
if we're watching a live show, what could we possibly expect to see?
So I'll do games and stuff like that, but I have tip goals and I will do like dancing, I'll do twerking, I'll do, if I'm drinking, I may or may not be singing and
and you're welcome.
and basically when they hit the tip goal, then I'll do things like, my favorite, I have this, it's called a sex bench where it's like a,
do tell.
It's basically like, it has these bungee kind of things. It's like a little stool, and you can put your legs on it, and then it has a part in the middle that you can attach a dildo to it. So it's like this bouncy.
That's amazing.
And for some reason, that with this 8-inch dildo that I have gets me to like squirt like crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really fun.
I'm gonna hook you up with one of my guys. We're gonna see if he can hook up the automatic dildo that vibrates. And then you can do that with the 8-inch dildo. You just slap a base on it.
Yeah. So I also got a fuck machine I haven't had a chance to use yet. So the next
Love a
time.
fuck machine. That's how I found out I squirted a fuck machine. So yeah, it's definitely gonna work with that if you already know you squirt.
I gotta hit that tip goal first.
Right, guys? You better make it happen. The fuck machine is cool though, because it's like when you do the privates. Right?
Oh my God.
They get to control it?
You know that there's fuck machine now that the guys can control? That you
can
give them the
No, that's
link.
the one I mean. It
Loveness?
Yeah, the Loveness one.
And the guys actually get it for like a minute. They can tip for whatever.
Amazing.
I haven't had anybody do that yet.
Oh my God, it's the coolest. The Cam Soda house. I used to live there and they had one of those. And I was like, they didn't tell me though. I thought it was a regular one.
Well, I'm jealous and I need to use it. So we need to.
We're going to make this happen. Yeah. I know they still have one. And you're in Florida. We can make this happen.
I have one. We need to go live.
Oh, we need to make the guys happen.
Yes.
Guys, let's get this going. I'll be like the auction master.
Yes.
Make that pussy come, boys.
Yes.
Like, it'll be lovely.
Yes.
Ooh, you have the fuck machine. You have the sex bunch. What other wild sex toys do you have?
I have a fuck doll named Jack. I know. I also have like this this little yoga mat contraption thing that like you can stick a dildo on this like glass piece. It's nice for your knees. I also have a one of those. It's like has different angles. It's like not a box, but it's got like different, like a 45-degree angle. And so you can put the dildos in different places.
That's cool.
And you can,
that's cool.
So that's really fun.
Honestly, it's genuinely what you need as a content creator because
Absolutely.
You can only fuck a bathroom wall so many times. Like you, like it's just It just doesn't work.
And then your hand gets in your hand.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Got to work out for porn.
Right. Because it's just like your first scene coming out. You have shot a few scenes, but your first one coming out. What are some things that are on your no list for now, but aren't a hard no forever? So one of those could be anal.
Oh shit, I haven't done anal. I have not done, I definitely want to do anal so I can get some DP.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
And
Yeah.
that's very exciting. I don't even do really anal in my personal life. So
right, no, I know. That's why you gotta wait. You gotta wait. That's why I waited.
So, and then definitely like gangbangs and then like multiple dudes. I did 2 dudes, which was amazing. I did DV, which was like amazing.
Was it good? Oh, I'm so nervous about it. I want to do it, but I'm so nervous about it.
Not gonna lie, I was like I had to be held like down because I kept trying to squirm out of the chair.
They just gotta take it.
But I love being a little Justine sandwich. Just, I love
Oh my God, it's so hot.
It was very intense because I have a very,
right.
not much room for both dicks to go in.
Oh my gosh, you're like, we're just making it work.
But it was a blast. I love that.
That's awesome.
So definitely more like multiple people then
Would you ever do an orgy?
Absolutely. I mean, I've done orgies, but just not on like...
on mainstream camera. That's what we're talking about.
Right.
So okay. So what about like one of those wife swap or those family swap scenarios? They're gonna get you in those if they haven't already. I know.
Oh, I'm definitely the MILF. I did one yesterday that was touched my wife, where like the guy, like a couple. I was mad at my husband and his brother came over. So then I was like, well, if you want me to be not mad at you, then I'm gonna have to fuck your brother. And it was right in front of him, and we had this wedding ring. We were like holding hands. I'm like, baby, do you like me getting fucked? Like, do you like it when I get fucked by your brother?
Watch that, guys. That's hot. That's hot.
It was really fun. I scored too on that one.
Perfect. See, that's what they want.
Yeah.
Keeping it in the family.
It was really fun.
It's beautiful.
So don't tell mom. Don't at next Christmas you can't say anything to mom and dad.
You'll ruin Thanksgiving.
Can't tell her parents.
That's so awesome, dude. Are there any things that are on your no list that will just take it too far, like a hard no for you? Like some people or some scenarios they won't do. Some girls even, they won't fuck guys that are like fresh 18, like the new guys. Like some girls.
That's my bread and butters.
No, girl, you know how easy those scenes are when they're like, yeah, you got to go on set with a young guy. I'm like,
they're so sweet.
No,
they're so sweet.
Thank you.
And
they're
also,
so nice.
I like to typically date guys younger than me.
Little cougar.
Like a little 5 years younger, because they're more malleable and less set in their ways.
No, literally. Literally.
So
it's so great.
And also the lifespan of a woman is longer than the lifespan of a man. Right. So I'm thinking, strategically later in life.
Right.
I don't want you to die first.
Yeah, let's die together.
Like, come on. Like, we got our whole lives.
I know the issue is I love older men. So I'm like, I'm screwed, dude.
Oh.
I just have to keep marrying older men.
And just get them healthy. Make sure they're healthy.
Well, they'll be healthy. But also my great grandma, she was married 5 times. She outlived all her husbands.
Oh, so did my great grandma.
So I'm like,
yeah.
I think it'd be fine. I feel like I could do it.
Honestly, I will never be in a traditional relationship ever again after this last one.
Ooh, okay. So how hard would you say it is dating, being in sex work in general? Because obviously you just got into mainstream within the last couple of months. But...
Well, so I've been in a relationship for 7 years. I broke up with my ex like maybe 4 or 5 months ago,
Yeah.
And not gonna lie, like, I don't know how normal people date, but like having to be like, yo, I need an STD test and I'm gonna go fuck other dudes for money and you're not gonna be able to say anything about it. And,
It's
so
crazy, right?
But I am finding there's more polyamory, more like people that are accepting of non-traditional relationships. It just takes communication and honesty.
Oh my God, it sucks. Especially because a lot of people, when you first get with, they think they're going to be okay with it, and then they realize they're not okay with it. And it's like, I get inherently, but like, I date pretty sexually open people.
Yeah, same. And like people that like, even from my past that are like, oh, now I'm in an open relationship.
Right,
and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So we're going to make a dick appointment in Puerto Escondido after my birthday. And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, this is the person that like I am not going to be in a relationship with because we just live different lives, but I'm still sexually attracted to and enjoy traveling with and spending time with. So, you know, so
make it work.
So why limit yourself if you can, and I can love one person and then have sex with other people, right?
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I can be sexually attracted to somebody I know I'm not compatible with.
Yeah.
I'm like,
oh my God, yeah.
You sleep with the TV on, I can't do it. I'm not going to do it. You know?
Dude, I love to sleep with the TV on.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I would fuck you, but I wouldn't want to be with you because I can't live with that, you know?
Right? Literally, I have to have the light on. I'm scared of the dark.
You're allergic to dogs? Nope, sorry.
Oh my God, yeah, it's not gonna work. I have a big dog too, so people at the moment they're like, I don't really like dogs. I'm like, you're really not gonna like this one, dude. She's a big bitch.
Little things like, you know, like how they eat, you know, like you don't eat breakfast or like you don't eat, like, you know,
Ooh,
just like,
okay.
like just eat
what about a big
healthy.
thing? Or maybe it's not a big thing. This is the question everyone wants to know. Does dick size matter?
It matters if it's too small. And like too small means below average.
Right.
Like for me. But personally, I do like really big dicks. Like, but at the same time, like the first guy that made me come and squirt was like an average size dick. Yeah. And I really liked fucking him. So, you know, to me, it doesn't have to be really big. And sometimes the really big ones, if they don't use them right, like if they just shove it in there, I'm like, bro, like, I was wet like 30 minutes ago, but like, you know.
Not no more.
Like your dick's really dry and you just can't know, you know, like.
The thing is, like guys with smaller dicks, I feel like they know they have to work harder. And then it's just better. Guys with big dicks don't think they have to work hard.
Or not even that, but just sometimes it's like, you know, and I like uncircumcised dicks too. I can handle a really big dick if it's uncircumcised, just because of the friction and shit like that.
That's so good.
Yeah.
No, but that's hot. And the thing is, uncircumcised dicks are just better
because of the sheath. Here's the reason why it's scientific. Because instead of like going in and out of the vagina, scraping it, you've got a sheath that basically the dick's going in and out of the sheath. And it's not rubbing abrasion on your vaginal walls. So it actually, you can feel the dick going in and out of the sheath, but it's not like it's scraping the lining of your vagina.
Right.
So it's
You're
actually
fucked up.
Exactly. Especially if they have a giant, like.
Oh my gosh. That's why I say uncut dicks are great for anal.
Yes.
I'm like, they're so great for anal.
Yes, that's what I hear. Not that I would know yet, but that's what I hear. It's easier.
They're great for anal. Oh my God. I'm taking a lot of uncut dicks in my ass. And oh my God, it's like night and day.
Really?
Because dudes, like, I don't know what it is, like.
I'm going to make a note of this.
They're also just I feel like dudes with uncut dicks are like more gentle. But like in theory, like they don't need to be. Like they were like actually like they're fine. But it's dudes like
that's interesting.
It's just because the friction. It's just like too rough and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
I tell people all the time, I'm like, get an uncut dick. They're like,
well,
who important has one?
I love the fact that our trend nowadays, like you know, a lot of the women that I know are not circumcising their sons, and I just applaud that because.
Right.
I think it's really courageous, especially when your in-laws are telling you, hey, when are you going to make him a man? And when are you gonna, and it's like, and my sister, my friend, they've actually stuck by those decisions.
Yeah.
And like, I think it's really good because.
Oh my gosh, I know. Yeah. When I have a kid, I am not doing it. I'm like, I can't. Like, I literally can't. Like, I don't even want to pierce their ears until they want to do it.
The nerves, just the nerve endings. Like, you're not as sensitive, and that's why men premature ejaculate. A lot of times it's because of the fact that they're circumcised.
Let me tell you something, dudes. Uncut dicks are just better.
Well, not like anybody can do anything about it, but
in the future, don't
circumcise your
don't circumcise
kids.
Your sons.
You know, we
fuck all of them. We fuck all of them.
Yeah, just teach them how to keep it clean. You know.
Oh my gosh,
that's all
please.
it is.
Oh my God.
But even like circumcised could not be.
Okay,
clean,
what are 3 tips you would have for a girl who wants to get into porn? Since you just got in, you're in the big leagues now, baby.
Okay, understand what it is. Okay. Like it is what it is, and understand why you're getting into it. Are you getting into it because you want to be a famous porn star? Are you getting into it because you want engagement in different ways that you can't get just doing OnlyFans? Or, are you getting into it for money? Because there's a limited time, and you have to be smart with your money. And if you go into it naively thinking that this is going to change your life, it's not. It's not going to change your life.
Yep.
And also the porn industry is very volatile. The sex industry is very volatile. So you have to have a plan going into it. What are you going to do with your money? And also, like, are you willing to do these things? I mean, this stuff's going to be forever, and it's not even that. It's just, you have to know why you're doing it. Like, what is your why, right?
Right.
And if your why is money, that's fine, but take your money and use it wisely. Have a plan.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So,
my God.
So have a plan, know why you're getting into it, and also, like, be okay with that. And, like, be okay with, like, if you don't make it in porn, because there's a lot of girls that don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and there's situations you're going to be in that you're not going to want to be in. There's guys you're going to have to fuck that you're not going to want to fuck. So,
literally, there are so many things you have to, like, account for.
I'm a horny bitch, so I just really like sex. I like the fucking part. That's fun. That's really fun for me.
Yeah.
And the fucking different people too.
Well, you get to meet so many cool people, but it's also such, like, a lucrative business if you play your cards right.
And it's safe. Because how many times do you go take somebody home from the bar and you're like, yo, let me see your papers?
Yeah.
Your 14 weeks STD papers.
Okay, there was one time, I'm not even kidding, this dude, he was like a sugar daddy. And he met me and he was like, I'll make you dinner. And I was like, that's fine. Like, we met at a bar so he can make sure I wasn't crazy or whatever. Brought me to his house, was gonna make me dinner. He's making me dinner and he goes, hey, and he leans in to kiss me and he literally goes like this and just puts a swab in my mouth and goes, whoop. And I was just sitting there like, what? And he was like, no, and he pops it in the thing and he goes,
that's a
sorry, I just gotta have that. And I was like,
if you would have asked me, bro.
No, and I was like, I got tested yesterday because I have a scene tomorrow. So I was like, that's why I asked you if you were tested. And I made you send me.
That is okay.
Like, I was like, what?
Don't do that. That's the worst way possible. If anything,
I was like, I get what you were doing, but also, why would I fake my test? Like, I was like, you could have just asked me.
People do.
No, and that's why immediately I was like,
people do.
Here, like, this is just look at my account. Like, oh my God.
At the same time, bro, you need my consent to, like,
no,
reach
literally
in my mouth and get my spit when you could just ask.
I promise we would have been down. Like, it's cool. Like, literally, I told my friend, because he was like, oh, yeah, you can bring your friend over. She was like, I'll forward my results. What's his email? And I was like,
I appreciate the due diligence.
Right, but there's just a way to do the steps, 1, 2, 3.
There's a way to do things where you're not infringing on people's personal space and their oral cavities.
Ooh, so...
I mean, you can infringe on my oral cavity all you want, but you gotta have my consent.
We have another question. If a guy, because obviously they all want to know this, if a guy wanted to get your attention, how would they do that? A fan, presumably.
Like if in person or like online?
I'm assuming online to start. Let's go there.
Okay. Online, they're going to not be a creep. They're going to follow all of my social medias, be respectful, know about me. Like, don't just come and be like, hey, what's up? I see you're from Texas. Like, you want to link up? Like, you know what I mean? Right. Actually try to get to know who the fuck I am. Yeah. And, like, show that you've done some research and you've listened to a podcast that you've, like, read some stuff and you actually, like, oh, I know your dog's name is Sancho. Like, okay, cool. So you actually
that would impress me, yep.
Right, you actually like have interest beyond me sexually because, everybody wants to fuck me on my page. Not everybody in the world, but everybody on my page wants, most likely,
they want to fuck.
Probably wants to fuck me. So I'm not, like, confused about that. But do you actually want to know who I am as a person?
Right. Because that's how to get, like, my long-lasting attention, I feel. I totally agree with that.
So, and then, I don't know, man, just trying to put things out there that's, like, that actually might benefit me, or I've got this, there's an event or something that you might be interested in, or am I going to meet you at an AVN or whatever, like, and not being, you know what I mean? Like staying like on my grounds and like where they could meet me that would also support me in my business.
Well, and be safe, guys, because a lot of you guys just want like close relationships with us. And not that we don't understand these things, but obviously we have boundaries.
Well, and there's murderers and serial killers out there.
No,
so,
literally.
No lie.
So
like,
that's why we go to conventions and give you the opportunity to meet us in like safe spaces.
Exactly.
So just respect that.
And not just that, but it also shows that you are willing to put some skin in the game.
Right. If you're actually a fan, you're going to come.
And you're going to support me.
Yeah.
Which is going to matter more to me because like that's where I need support. I don't need your flight to wherever. I don't need you to go shopping for me.
Yeah,
dude. Like I shop at like fucking Skims. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. Yeah. But you know, even if you want to be like, hey, I'd love to have you go on a spa date on my treat. And here's you go, and don't expect anything from it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then be like, whenever you're like, you come to the AVN. You know, I'd love to know like what your booth is and where you're going to be for that because I want to support you.
Right.
You know, let me know what I can do to support you. You know what I mean? Do you need any help? Don't be like, hey, you need any help editing your videos?
Right. Because guys, we get it. Like everyone wants to get into the industry, but for us, you have to understand how annoying.
Do you need anybody? Do you need some content? Like we can make the best content. Like it would help. It would sell so well for you.
Right. Yeah. You know what's crazy? What I have for sale, it's already on my page.
Like first of all, I only make content with porn stars.
Right.
And people who know how to make content.
Yes. Professionals.
Yeah.
Safe. And our safety is our number one priority. And people who are actually in our business are safe.
Well,
that's the reality.
And
guys.
they have a reputation.
Yes, if we know what to look out for, you can find fucking
and if you work,
references.
Like if you work with somebody and like this dude doesn't treat you right, you're like, yo, I work with such and such porn star and he did this and this.
Exactly.
Versus some random dude off the street, like
it's taking a risk.
No repercussions.
I do commend girls who give guys their first chance on doing content because we do need more guys in the industry. Like, but it's just. I can't even imagine how fucking nerve-wracking that is. Like, that would make me nervous.
But first of all, do you know how to edit a video?
Right. That's, well,
do you know
and
how to
luckily,
take pictures,
we can outsource
lighting?
that, too.
I know, but the guys, if they want to come and they want to bring if they want to bring something to the table.
That is better. You do want to bring something to the table.
Know how to do lighting, know how to set up cameras, make that shit easy for us, you know? That, honestly, and my ex did not know how to fuck for the camera and also didn't really help with anything. Well, didn't really help with anything.
No, I've had an issue like that with an ex as well. It was a pain to shoot with him.
Why don't we have sex more often? Why don't you fuck me? I'm like, well, I said, set up the camera and the lights, and let's do it. Help me edit a video. Every video you help me edit, I'll fuck you again. Because I just have like literally 8 videos that we've done already that I have to edit because you just want to fuck me, and then. Like make me dinner, and that's you know what I mean. Like
I'm trying to make money, honey.
And I'm trying to lighten my load.
Yes, the thing is, it's a job for us, and every chance I can. We're not saying every time you have sex with your partners you need to record it. That's not what we're saying. No. But if my partner's in the profession with me and knows that I make content, it'd be honestly insane to not be making content with them.
And it would just show that you actually. Like care and you know that you're actually trying to help and not just trying to get your dick wet.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'll get your dick wet, like, but just make it easy for me to like do my job and to like put this content out. You know what I mean?
Well, you're actually gonna get their dick wet. You will definitely get their dick wet. Literally.
Well, watch my first scene and you'll see how wet.
Right?
You'll see how wet.
Ooh, and it's out, guys. Bang.com.
No, not Bang. It's a Hot Milf's Fuck. And
no, but it's Bang Network.
No, that was my first porn I shot. But the first one that came out, was it's hotmilfsfuck.com. I squirted fucking everywhere. And dude was like,
that's number one.
He goes, you make a lot of guys come early, don't you? And I'm like, and then EXCO.
Pretty good.
EXCO girls. I'm going to post this on my Twitter, which is Justine Jakobs with a K. So you'll have links to it. But that one, there was a girl threesome, and there was a girl that squirted.
Oh, it's okay.
I made her squirt, and then I leaned in, and like let her squirt in my mouth.
Kinky. Oh, it's okay.
And that right there was I was totally spontaneous that happened too. I like feel her squirt, and then I'm just like, like I go in for it, and her face is like. She was delighted.
That's beautiful.
She was, what the?
Oh my God, I love when girls squirt because they look so shocked.
She was 19 years old. And I'm older than her mom.
Yeah,
like, it was so cute. I'm like, people always ask me, what's the youngest guy you've ever fucked?
Right, you're like, no, I'm the youngest girl I've ever fucked.
First of all, it's a subjective question. Don't ask that question. Don't ask me that question because it's a dumb question. You know why? Because I could say 14 and you'd be like, oh my God. But if I was 13 at the time, right? So it's more, what's the biggest age discrepancy?
Right.
That you've ever had sex with? And that 19-year-old, that was it.
That's hot.
That was it. Yeah. Yeah. Because I've, like even if I fuck like a, 18-year-old when I'm like 24, that's not really a big deal.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not a big deal. I fucked a super old dude. Like I'm not even
What's the age discrepancy on that?
It was when I was like 19. So probably like 54 or something.
Damn, you beat me.
Yeah, he's like old actually.
Well, when I'm 54 and I'm fucking 18-year-olds.
He was hot too. He was really hot. That's the thing. He was so
well,
hot.
they know what they're doing. If they know what they're doing, I only fuck people with large body counts. I don't fuck people with low
no.
Body
He was
counts.
like the biggest. He actually introduced me to the swingers life, so it was like perfect. Yeah,
I'm very curious. About
oh my
that.
God, I love. We'll have some talks.
I'm a unicorn, so.
You are. Oh, you are a unicorn. Justine, you have been such a pleasure to have on Spliffs and Giggles. We have to give a shout out to our sponsors, though, before my high ass forgets, because we've been smoking on this.
I would love
good
to. I heard
weed.
about these gummies, so can we talk about these
yes,
first?
These are from Wooking on Water.
And no lie, I don't really see a lot of gummies that are 25 milligrams, but that is my
and they
minimum.
Look so good.
I don't like to have to eat a lot of sugar.
Yes, see, and that's why it's good when you get just the higher percentage in the milligrams.
And you can cut it in half.
Right, exactly, but it's fine.
I don't want to have to eat like 4 pounds of sugar to get 30 milligrams.
I know, because they usually come in like the 10s and the 5s, and it drives me nuts. I'm like, can we please step it up, guys? Because I can't eat a whole pack of
love
these.
high dosage. So.
Right, see, we love you guys. Wooking on Water, thank you for hooking us up. We also have to give a shout out to Zlushy. They came through again. They got some new t-shirts and stuff that are available. You guys want to keep an eye out for them. We always have them available on our fucking Instagram because they've been sponsoring us for a while now. Of course, Blunts and Roses, hooked up by Royal Blunts. They have all these cool flavors. They're all rose petals. Yes, and they're rose petals, and they have different flavors. So this is one of their classics. It's the rose petal joint. It's pink. It actually tastes so good. We were smoking one, actually. Then we have this cherry, which is my favorite.
What are you talking
and
about?
We're hooking you up with some, girl.
Kidding.
These ones are amazing, right?
I'm just kidding.
They're so good.
But I love that it's not tobacco.
Right, and that's what we want to keep it, you know, a little bit cleaner. We do smoke a lot on the show, so we want to kind of balance it with the healthy,
Absolutely, right.
And they're so smooth. It helps for me because I'll cough like...
I know. I normally don't smoke blunts. I normally can't handle the tobacco.
Thank you. Exactly, because it's not enjoyable at that point. But these are so smooth.
You're getting so many more carcinogens and other bad things.
See, Royal Blunts. Our people.
Rose petals. That's very interesting.
Right, it's so cool. And of course, we have Roll One with the rolling papers. We have so many of these joints that we were smoking. I think we went through like 4.
The Roll Ones.
Ooh, yeah, Roll One. They have all these different kinds. They come with these cool packs that have a little smoking kit if you're on the go. You get papers, the little crutches, filters. Then you get a little spot to lay your weed out. You get a little tray fold out. And you have this little grinder area.
What?
So you can do that if you're in your car. Yeah, girl. And we have like pink ones. We have yellow ones. We have a couple ones so you can pick out what color you want.
Who carries their grinders with them?
Right? Thank you, right?
I needed one because I'm in a different state.
Do you know how many people probably wouldn't have charges if this was made back in the day? Like,
oh my God.
Instead of us just using all our bags to roll on.
Or just burning through a joint that's crappy.
Right. See, you can just have it right there. And it gets you the little kit.
Do they have organic as well? Or
they do have organic ones. They do. See, Roll One,
shut
you
the
guys
front
They're
door.
best.
Shut the front door.
We love you guys. See, our guests love them. It's because they hooked us the fuck up.
Well, no, it's
having so much fun.
I don't care about that. I care about the fact it's good quality.
Oh, yeah, no, they're great. They've been lasting forever. I got them, and I've been buying them now myself because I'm like, dude, these are amazing.
No, personally, like, I don't endorse things that I wouldn't personally use.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, I have to try these things, and luckily everything on the table, they've got my signed, sealed.
Well, and I approve, and I'm very picky. I'm a biohacker. I have a biochemistry degree, so I'm very interested in the healthy lifestyle. As much as you can do for, if we're going to imbibe things, then we might as well do it the best way possible.
Hell yeah. Well, I am Adriana Maya, and this is Justine Jakobs.
With a K. Justine Jakobs with a K.
Hell yeah. This has been Spliffs and Giggles, brought to you by the Red Eye District. Good night, guys.